We are going to see where you are at in this hero's or heroine's journey. There are 12 stages of this journey. You know, this is a concept, a coin, which has been coined by the Joseph Campbell, the famous scholar. There are 12 stages of this. Now we are going to find which stage are you in and which also number. We are going to specify the step here as well. I hope it can be insightful for the time you watch this video. Hero's Journey I find the most fascinating. It actually stems also from his book Hero with 1,000 Faces. Actually, it talks about those monomyths which is repeating in every culture, civilization since man existed. It's the same story in different packages, right? Now, with that, of course, archetypes, we all become heroes and heroines. The hero term I use here actually not gender specific. Let's see where you are at in this journey. This is about, this is a journey actually to spiritual enlightenment. Of course, it may also make us to overcome our mundane considerations as well, which is also equally important for the self-actualization and development. So let's find out now your stage, where you are at in this journey. I have an oracle deck especially designed for that. I'm very happy to share it with you. Discover your superpower. Oh, so as a hero, you are about to discover your superpower. This reminded me that back in the years when I discovered my superpower about reading tarot and having a foresight for situations. So, what is your superpower? Now here, the discovering your superpower is an important message because it is allowing you to access 100 of your mojo, right? This is also the stage of the supreme ordeal. It is the stage 8 and step 33. So it's like you are asked to put actually all you have learned to test. Also to own your power, to own your superpower. Now I'm going to give you the take on the artist's take on. This is technical, so we need to hear what artist is saying for her cards, but the tarot part will be on me. First, let's hear what artist is saying in this 33 step, 33rd step. So, okay, now Taurus, we are coming to an important point in your hero's journey, and in this point, we have also some, you know, a nice quote from people. It says from Jacob Nordby, if you ever meet someone brave and powerful enough to walk with you directly through your most unconscious wounds and shadow caves, someone with the stupefying courage to see through the chinks of your armor and then help you take it off, love them, because they have done something for you which is impossible to do alone. They will show you the treasure you have been seeking all your life, and they can do this because they aren't afraid of your fear. Now, this card is clearly a reminder, Taurus, at this time that you are infinitely powerful, wise, strong, and blessed. Yet you have only taken conscious ownership of your 5% of your natural inheritance. Without realizing it, most of your power has been relegated to your shadow cave. As a kid, you may have been shunned, teased, ostracized or spanked for demonstrating certain behaviors or feelings. Consequently, you labeled those characteristics bad and deleted them from your playlist. But nothing is ever truly deleted. It's just disowned for a while and relegated to a cloud or cave. Eventually, these characteristics will break into dreams or enter our waking life at inopportune moments. At its core, every shadow is beautiful and useful. In fact, within your biggest, scariest shadow is your superpower in disguise. When anything that has been cut off escapes from your shadow cave, it will launch forth with fangs if given the chance. Instead of trying to outrun it, quicken your transformation by standing still and exploring what is worthy and noble about these aspects of yourself. If you can't do this on your own, invite an ally to hold your hand as you discover the beauty and usefulness of your shadow. As you do this, you will find your shadow is no longer a shadow, but mojo that can now empower your quest. So actually, what it says, the artist says, when we the 100% of our mojo is coming from our own shadow selves, as we make them aware to our conscious awareness. And there can be a person who might be also doing that for you. So this may also, of course, involve shadow work. It's a very valuable information if you ask me. So here you are also given a dream symbol, Taurus, so you may think about it to inspire you. Dream symbol here is the shadow. It says, dreams of the shadow feature monsters, frightening scenarios, or people who rub you the wrong way. Even though these dreams trigger fear or anxiety in you, they come in service to your health, healing, and wholeness. Your dreams have a no shadow left behind policy and are helping you love all of you. You can have a whole soul experience. The artist is also giving a mantra with this beautiful painting of Rasuli, who has created this deck. It says, with curiosity, I discover the treasures of my shadow and let them empower me. The shadow element can be, yes, that bad characteristic, that nasty parts, that which kicks in time to time. Actually, we usually suppress that parts, but when we actually hear what those little girls, little boys trying to say, and when we come into terms with it, we can definitely turn them into a whole experience of superpower there. And then with this way, you can, this card actually can help you to put all you have learned to test later. This is more about owning your power, alchemizing your biggest challenges into blessings for you. And this is all influenced by you. The supreme ordeal, which is the supreme opportunity stage, here we are talking about, is actually helping you to call back to your power here. And you know, it may be also sometimes, as the famous person, you know, Charles Swindoll says, 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it, right? Sometimes a nightmare actually that keeps coming may be some kind of an unfinished dream before, or a business we have. When you realize your ability to direct your dreams, You can overcome your fear or limitation, and you can emerge exalted from it. And then the nightmare will have no reason to repeat for sure. So you may actually help yourself stop some cycles in your life. You can move forward with this way. It's like this card is actually helping you to transform that ordeal into fuel for awakening. So we have the Five of Cups. The shadow here maybe is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups sometimes can be the victim mentality, or too much like, let's say, it's about like a person, for instance, thinking 90% what happens to them and 10% how they react to it. But actually it is different. Now you are here actually 90% with the Ace of Wands, reacting to a particular situation with full curiosity here. And I think you're gonna uncover the means of it. Here you are in some kind of a quest. And through that, you can discover your superpower. Now, Taurus, Five of Cups in the beginning is telling me there is some type of seeking there. You are actually consolante sorpresa. You are waiting for something to come to you. Your consoling surprise, your happy surprise, like you are waiting some good results of your efforts. It's like the reward, you are expecting for the reward. So the reward, of course, may make you to have some kind of a relief from a situation. But I think this is gonna come to you in a way that you do not actually see it coming. So this is like literally seeing that I think the energy is wanting you to use your superpower in the right circumstances, because in the wrong circumstance, or the one which your ego wants may not play out well for you. We have the Mercante here, the Merchant card. This card is usually known as like the Three of Wands. So it is actually very good prospects in life, which also involves business, trade, actions, how you can operate in your life and environment very skillfully. Opportunity actually is helping you to work on your environment and in your relationships very skillfully. It says, let the one who is not going to actually help. There is some kind of a new energy answering that. Here there is some kind of a communication taking place. It is also testing you if you have those abilities, if you have this skillfulness. There is someone who is, I think, like a bit testing you. And Denari, it has the money opportunity. Denari, money opportunity. But there are some questions. It may feel like interrogation, but a person or a communication trying to make sure you have those abilities and skills. So here, actually, the idea is also you may have much more than you think. If a situation lately has given you disappointment or anything in the nature, you think you were like losing something, this is likely to awake some new potentials and talents in you if you can really learn to see yourself from in a different light. And I think later with the opportunity, you may consolidate your situation, business or enterprise, or steps towards a goal. And if you are expecting some financial personal gains with also Denari, as you also clarify your role, what you want to play in this, what kind of a picture you want to present to the world, you are likely to achieve what you are actually here embarking upon. So in a way, this can be something which is very lucrative at this time in your life, but it all stems from that Five of Cups. Maybe something doesn't happen as you wanted. Maybe you were brooding over past wrongs, losses, disappointments, and hurts. Maybe you were dwelling on this painful past. But actually, when you learn to look for the feature, a positive feature, you're gonna see sometimes what were the conditions and responses we have given, what makes us to come to that disappointment, because sometimes our unhappiness is actually result of our attitude in which we can change it. Okay, so actually this reading is forging some kind of a change in you, and in a way Five of Cups here is also a card of choice. It says we can continue to brood over what went wrong, or we can contemplate actually with the Three of Wands how things can be better in the future. Okay, this is definitely, it's saying we are not in a miserable point here. We can have much more than we think we have, if we choose to also move forward in the directions that we want to see ourselves accomplishing. The Page of Swords energy there, of course, is a very much questioning energy. I also feel here, now you may also want to, actually Page here with the Denari can also sometimes can be a person who is like questioning your skills because they have something to pay you, and like they wanna maybe make you to part of their team. But also it can be an energy in which bringing maybe some problems. So who has caused this Five of Cups disappointment? Maybe like causing here, creating new problems, difficulties. It can be. There can be also a young person who has a problem with money, or a younger person. So you may be also here dealing with maybe their here let's say trouble. Though here here Ace of Wands and the Mercanta, there is an opportunity. There is an opportunity there. If you can take a risk, a calculated one, it is actually favorable. But this does not mean you are gonna behave in a risky manner, which may cause problems. The Page energy with the Denari can also indicate some kind of an unconventional money-making opportunity, though this may cause strife. Overconfidence or the ignorance of some rules may cause strife. Here you definitely want to be granted. The Page with the Denari, of course, it may also indicate some risks on the mental or spiritual level as well. But also, this may also, in order to create Denari, more money or value in general, or material circumstances, it may also encourage you to take up some new line of thought, study, research, and learn more about a subject. Okay, so it is actually encouraging you to learn more as well. Pages are usually they are unsure of their abilities, so I mean, pages sometimes can get easily defeat to enemies. So here we need to get prepared. Okay, so I see here then there is some opportunity coming here. As you discover your superpower, reflect on back your loss, or what has made you disappointed and sad, and how you have responded. You are likely to discover a great power there. Okay, once again, 30% what happens to me, 90% how I react to it. Otherwise, you know, life will be like super dull, right? I also feel here, the Page here can also be the energy which may reminding you your own shadow, in which you may here have a particular interest to learn and research more, because it can be something like actually indicating you can overcome your fear or limitation, and actually you may emerge very exalted from this once you also have the courage to look at that shadowy aspect. Maybe it can be even This can be a person's projection or mirroring effect, it can be. This is actually very much encouraging you to move forward. It is not easy. Actually, it can be very nervous. It can feel very nervous with the Page of Swords energy. But if you also need to assert yourself strongly, it seems you can do that, but not at the expense of provoking conflict with others, right? Rather than approaching your situation with curiosity, sense of wonder, study, and research. And I think your individuality is very important here. Yes, definitely. And you know, it is also telling us to we need to be aware of some jealous feelings, feeling jealous, being resentful about someone else's success. You know, Page of Swords, then Ace of Wands can be feeling that the success was stolen from you, but this is not true actually. It is pretty much encouraging you to work for your own interests and not against someone else. My queries are, of course, not that type of people, but here, don't take these readings personal, guys. I'm, in the end, just interpreting the symbolism of these cards, and I am doing it in a fully and an honest way. So you can self-reflect here, or you may notice someone who may have the similar intention. But of course, always 10% what happens to me, 90% how I react to it. There can be also some decision you may be giving, but you may encounter serious opposition from others. So the best way for you to deal with this is to encounter with the person in the open way, and it says actually getting it over with. Otherwise, you will have to deal with your own or the person's irritability all the time. So, look, sometimes when we have this particular anger towards something, it is because sometimes we actually try to ignore the anger or hurt within ourselves. So it is something can here, of course, bubble up in the disguised form. But here the point is, Ace of Wands is the source. Here you are asked to diagnose source, diagnose the source, because in the source you're gonna realize the great benefits, the supreme ordeal, the opportunity, and in the shadow of your superpower. Taurus, evolving as a person, like like butterflies, this is not an easy process. And this is really asking you to looking at yourself very courageously. If you see a lot of problem in one subject, please know that there is same amount of opportunity there. It wants you to see it and go for it. Okay, you got this, Taurus. So access 100 of your mojo is your motto. Thank you so much for joining me. We will continue to read. Bye for now. Thank you so much.